says it's recording. What? It says it's recording. It's counting down.
And you know what? She's taking a class. She's a psych major. She's taking a class this year called Witches and Warlocks.
Alex. Alright. Mom, that was an easy one. Alright, that's count your ears. I can answer that one.
Bubbie's birthday. Happy birthday, Bubbie.
No, that's not scary.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that was funny. Cut. Come on, Alex.
I don't know.
You gotta think of like what scares you the most.
Do, 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 do.
Wrong game.
Do, do, do,
Sure.
Okay.
His answer was spiders.
Tessa,
Okay,
what
Tessa.
frightens you the most?
Other than Alex. Creepy crawlies.
Yeah.
Spiders!
Yeah.
Yay.
Alright, we'll give it to you. Happy Mother's Day to us. 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 What's it spell?
Mom. I bet you.
Mother's Day.
Mom. Yeah.
Well, did you actually spell mom?
Yeah.
I called it. I knew it. Are those tie-dye?
Yes. Yeah, aren't they cool? Oh, you Dara?
If you turn it upside down, it says wow.
Oh,
Don't turn it upside down. That would be exceptionally bad
I
idea.
thought we were going to go sit down and eat.
Well,
we're sitting down now.
there's a
Dara broke her
Danny,
finger.
Danny, there's a plate you can
Can't get out of my seat.
But how could I not? I got something for Mother's Day. You got something for Mother's Day. Open the yellow first. I would have gotten you these anyway, probably. So open the yellow one first.
I didn't get a chance.
Oh, please.
Heavy.
It's not that heavy.
Not for you.
Yeah, don't tell her it's not
Not for
heavy.
you. I use it for weights.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. You could use it for a
I can
Focus on the person getting the gift, Dad.
Oh, jeez.
Where were you in the Christmas tree shop the other day? And you were like, I love these.
Well, you know, when Alma came back home on her birthday, some of us went over there. So I opened this. There are 2 silver foil packets
Yeah.
now. They're not.
Show us what it is.
It's, yeah, turn
Hold it up
turn
to the camcorder.
Other.
Yeah, show the camcorder.
Okay.
All right, now you can open
It'll get lighter a little at a time.
Yeah, really.
What color next? Color
Doesn't matter.
Too much. Oh, jeez.
Show the camera. Camcorder. Read it.
I don't read Italian.
Side, they're breadsticks.
I know, I'm kidding you. Rosemary and olive oil, good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
And one more. I was trying to stay healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah, with
I'm
sweets
trying.
and breadsticks.
Right.
That's healthy.
You know, it could have been chocolate and chocolate.
Oh, you got chocolate and bread.
wait, for my birthday, I told you I had all these little white Milky Ways. They're still always full in the candy.
Yeah. stovetop or microwave.
Oh wow, that looks good.
And what is it?
Quinoa with mushrooms and it's kosher.
That's great.
Happy
Non-GMO.
Mother's Day.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Not GMO.
Thank you. That's perfect. I still have. we're from-
Yeah, these are much more active, Dara.
You like your dress? It looks like home.
Oh, I can't see what I'm pushing.
Don't. Just don't move it.
Oh, okay.
And she's very zoomed in. Well, it looks very.
Keep moving. Zoom as far out as it goes. Look towards.
Can't run over this butterfly.
Okay, you can stop now.
I want one to land on your hair. That would be fun.
Oh, it will. One probably already has. I'll land in mine.
Butterflies. It's a code word for cocaine flies.
Delete it.
There was nothing on there.
I'm getting on video.
I don't have to go anywhere. I can just zoom in on it.
I mean, they're done now. They're taking a break.
Smoking a cigarette?
Yeah.
A very momentous day here.
Yeah, it's the end of the thing.
The end and the
Era.
beginning of a thing.
And the beginning of a thing. Gap year in college.
All right.
Glad to be taking a gap year next year.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I'm going to Pitt. Woo!
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, it was nice. I hadn't seen him in 3 years.
We're trying to get pizza at Ravenisi's.
Okay.
Or like, you know, that place on Route 1 we like.
Yep. Oh yeah, the place you're always talking about.
Yeah, so they're gonna get there early.
What is it, a lineup?
Mugshot.
Hi.
Hello. That's not why
Say hi to the camera.
That's not hi to the say hi to the camera.
Hi to the camera. Hi, camera.
Hi to the camera.
Hi, camera. So you can come to my graduation.
I'm working. I'm going to be a server at Santa Fe on Main Street. Mexican girl.
Oh, the
Hi, Neil. Morning. Hi.
I'm Jonathan. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, thank you. I just...
Why do you wax?
Play this game with
All right.
No, this is.
You haven't met the dog.
This is Tessa, actually.
I know, that's Tessa.
No, this is Tessa.
That's Tessa too.
Have you been thinking it was the human the whole time?
No.
Hi, Isabel.
It's lost.
No, it's Tessa.
Go. Sorry.
But it's not as good. I was like,
There we go.
Yes!
Hold on. We can talk. We can do action.
You can talk. I can talk about it. I'm illiterate.
You can also use sarcasm.
Yeah, that was Spanish.
Well, at least somebody's playing
Good
basketball.
talk. I cheer. Pizza.
Wait. Oh, you're not saying anything you shouldn't be saying? You're not saying anything you're not supposed to be saying and you don't want captured on videotape?
Which one? Let me see. Which one? Let me get this. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cute. All right, now let's get a real nice
Yep, still same face.
oh my goodness.
You can share them or not.
No, just bring them here. Yeah, no, just get me a spoon.
Where's?
Yeah, look at me, look at me.
What happened in my school was that.
Mom, get out of the background.
I thought I
You're
was.
not.
Are you zoomed all the way out?
Stop, Michael. Stop. That's perfect. Wait, no. There we go. All right.
Cut. Cut the cake, dude. Do.
Now, Noah, happy graduation to you.
We did that so well. Graduation
to you. Happy graduation,
Dara and Alec. Eli.
That was on video.
Sharon and Eli.
That way you'll have some vanilla, some chocolate.
Ooh. It's a half and half.
Luke Christman, Emily Fripp, Zachary McLean, William Nolan, and Eli Sigmund. Student Council.
Our fourth valedictorian is Eli Sigmund. There's a Jewish tradition that says as soon as you finish a book, you say, Chazak, Chazak, v'ni chazek. Be strong, and you will be strengthened. As soon as you say this, you're then supposed to immediately start a new book. What this means to me is as soon as one story is over, a new one is just beginning, and we ask for the strength to continue on. Finishing our senior year, we can finally say, we did it, we graduated, but we have to think about what comes next. Senior year is the culmination of lessons we've learned throughout high school, and now as we close its book, we retain its knowledge. High school has been a stepping stone for us to gather the strength to overcome the challenges that lie before us. Each one of us carries immense potential to achieve excellence. As we have just graduated high school, we must focus on our next excellent step, our next great endeavor. Today is a day to celebrate our accomplishments and close the book on high school. But tomorrow we must ask, what will follow? What story do we want to live? Tomorrow and every day after, we must strive to do our best and see that our goals become reality. Be strong, and you will be strengthened. Let us go out and show the world what these proud graduates of Mount Pleasant can do. Our fifth and final valedictorian is Emily Gribb. I would like to bring Mrs. Austin back to the podium.
Present to you the graduating class of Mount Pleasant High School, the class of 2017. Step forward to accept the class of 2017. Christman. International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate, Emily Fripp. International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate, Zachary Thomas McLean. International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate, William L. Nolan. International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate, Eli Gabriel Sigmund. Student Council President, Juliana Looney. Kyle P. Morgan.
The steps.
Samuel L. Mousley.
The steps and the Alexes could have done so much more. So that the Alexes couldn't work together and we could never convince the steps to do anything.
Destiny Mahmood. Nicole Salame. Gabrielle Marie Saxton. Dara Renee Swartz. Elizabeth Antonia Scott. Yema Miata Mariama Sawa. Darren Arsenio Prosser. Don't know. Still don't know. No? How old?
Get back here.
No, you're not.
Get back here.
You get out of there.
Get back here.
So did you put air in the fryer and it's still red?
Hi, we sitting. Where are you running, Daddy? Here, and we haven't left with it because the camera.
Who has less hair, Uncle Michael or Uncle Jeffrey?
Yeah, Dad. He was a photographer, and so Michelle and I started talking. We started talking about photography.
She does not get rid of it. It's called.
That's a nice pickup.
Yeah, so they
Now you want me now when I go home?
Calling you. Ellie, come see Hannah. Why don't you come play with Hannah?
I'm not giving you an advice. After I bought what was left in the store.
You know what I mean? Yeah, there's the red light on. Go, Sean, come on. But they're annoying or if I'm at home, I don't, you know, I bought a new recliner because I bought it. Yeah, she'll be 2.5.
She looks kind of pretty to me.
She's a
Because she's doing too good as round the three.
I know, we said if she fails out, take her.
6 or 9, and from New Jersey.
Yeah, he's
One clip. One clip?
No bush? One clip.
He wants to keep the boat. That takes up.
Don't do it. He's heavier than he looks.
You got it!
Yeah.
I'm not coming up either.
Dara, stand on the chair.
It's not.
Oh my God.
See, there's 50 crickets. I had to track down.
It was like they get out of the tank, so we see them like around the walls. Penny says you're just in my height. I will. No.
All right.
So
I'm not talking to you!
Get nothing for breakfast.
What kind of cupcakes is that, Pamela?
It is cherry cheesecake, Dorita.
Alright, you're prepping.
My girls, I let's see that. You got the first paycheck of the day, grab a steak, which you go to more of an upscale grocery. It's kind of got whole food. So I said,
Let the beat go hard though.
the winner is 20 minutes away. For all the money, so I've driven up every day, picked up. So doctor, there's like a
So this is how to bend one of our larger houses. These are either 28 foot to 30 foot wide. Each hoop assembly consists of 2 halves, and what you're seeing here is what it looks like after they're bent and bundled up and ready for shipment. This bundle here is purlins that go down the length. These particular ones have swedged ends. Sometimes we do inserts. And then the final part of this would be, besides the crossover clamps, would be inserts and ground sleeves. So this is what the ground sleeves would look like, although these are smaller. These are for a smaller house, but they would generally be 30 inches long with one hole drilled at 5 inches from the top. And these are the inserts. It's 1 inch galvanized pipe that slides in, joins the 2 halves together. They're bent at whatever angle it is to give you either the 30 feet or the 28 feet. They have holes drilled in them. Basically what we do is we have this drill press and we set the hoops on the side facing kind of sideways. We put the insert in the end and then we drill a hole through each hoop and through the inserts. So the bolts will go to attach each half, left side and the right side, to make one hoop assembly. And the bolts go not top to bottom, but side to side. Here is the rig that we have set up for bending. As you can see, the pipe is laid out here. We generally pre-count, so if it's a 96 foot long house, that would be 25 hoops, half hoops, and 25 hoop assemblies and 50 half hoops. So it would be 2 bundles of 25 generally is what we do. Here's our bender over here, and I'll show you how it gets set up. This is a number of different shoes that we have for this. We have to make sure that we use the right shoe for 1.25 inch pipe. And the shoe that proper shoe that we use is this shoe right here. It says on it 1.5 inch EMT. And we'll show you how this all goes together. Very important when you put that bolt in that that attaches that part to the end, that you attach. There's a nut that goes on the end of it so it doesn't slip out. We broke one time, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah. So turn that over a little bit. So he just put this nut in here, and so on the other side we need to turn that over. There needs to be a nut on there. So we have these 2 sides. We have these 2 pieces, that piece, those pieces, this and this. And then these pieces also.
Oh, these for like, this is like 2 inch.
So basically,
got 3 sizes.
You got 3 sizes here. The one that fits right over top of the pipe that you're bending, without too much sloppiness, would be the one that you want to use. That's the right one, Greg?
Yeah.
So it's...
We use it 1.5 on this.
Yeah. It's a little bit of play, but not much. So, I'm just going to take this, and that, put that in there.
got the hole right.
Okay. So there's different holes depending upon the size. So which one, you do the second one from the top?
I do the 1.5 inch since we're doing 1.5 inch.
Right, okay.
We used to do the 1.25 inch when we had the 1.25 inch plate before we broke it.
Right.
But since we went to 1.5 inch.
Right. The reason we're not doing 1.25 inch is we actually broke a piece. But 1.5 inch works just as well. It's all right. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we got these together like this.
You put in the sequence.
You do that first? All right, so where you put this on the table, you know you have a spot.
Yeah, we got a spot, we got a hole in the table.
Oh, you got a hole in the table where it goes.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so we got the hole in the table. It's about, okay. So this is all designed to make a leg that's about, what, 5'6".
Yeah.
Clamp this on so it doesn't go anywhere. And the next part is the actual hydraulic cylinder, and it has to be lined. There's a guide up on the top, this piece right here, that has to be up on the top. It slides right over top of there. And it doesn't seem to be settling down because the clamp was in the way. There we go. No, the clamp is not in the way. Perfect. Beautiful. And then this piece. There. Does it really make any difference whether left side or right side up?
Yeah.
It does.
Maybe I should have showed you that piece.
Well, okay, you can see the markings. They should be on the outside, right?
Okay.
Okay. That goes in there. And that goes in there. And goes through the hole. Beautiful. And then you put the pins back in the holes. Then the next step would be to put this shoe in, and so you want it to go this particular way so that the longer part of the shoe is out to the right. Okay. And there's a pin that goes right through there that locks it in place, so you can see that this will rotate like this. Okay. And then hold on, let me get over here. This goes right in here like this. It actually just sits loose.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like you've got a little piece of wood that make it just kind of sit up. So it just kind of, it's just kind of a guide that's loose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then move over to the other side. I want the wind behind me. Okay, so this kind of just sits in here like this. And you've got that other piece like that. And that goes there like that. Okay, and that one goes there. It just lays in there, and then that goes there like that. Now, the leg is going to be 5'6", so this table is set so that when you take that pipe and you push it out to, there's a mark right here that through experience, what we did is basically, what do? We took a roller and measured it from the end of the pipe to where it gets bent, and it comes out to this little mark right here. It's hard to see, but
it's a little 4-foot wind before.
Do we know exactly how? Let's go from the end of the pipe to we're doing a 5'6", so from the end of the pipe to 5'6". Hold on, 5'6" is right. Touch it again. Kind of right there. So it's kind of right at the beginning of the bend, really.
No, but it runs out. That's why you got the.
It does what?
It runs out a little bit. You put it on your mark and got a 4-inch run before it starts bending. Yeah.
Oh, so when it first starts bending, it actually comes out this way. All right, well, we'll show how that works. All right, now we're almost ready. And here we have the power, the hydraulic pump. Again. These are the guys that used to work for me, Vince and Greg. Greg's long gone, because he was a smoker.
What can we put the screw in up there? What is it? The screw in go up there.
All right, so now we're screwing this into here, and there's one end that goes, and we're gonna there's gonna be yellow spray paint that's going to show on this end. So this hose has two different ends, and one end, if you put it in wrong, it leaks like crazy at the pump. So we're gonna, once we make sure we've got the right end, we're going to spray paint it, so you'll know that this will be all yellow, and just make sure you keep the yellow end with the yellow end on the pump with the yellow end on the, and you've got to tighten this up pretty good. That's how we do this. And again, there'll be, we just want to make absolutely sure this is the right end of the hose on here. And if it doesn't leak, then we will spray paint it yellow. So you'll see the yellow end on the yellow end of the pump to the yellow end of the hose.
Tighter you pull it, harder it is to get off.
Okay. And then we'll plug the power in. Regular AC power. And there's a bucket there because it does leak a little oil. And looks like he's trying to make sure that this can't, what were you trying to do? Make sure that it wasn't bent? Yeah, it's got to be, it can't be leaning. Show them the wrong, how it would be wrong. Just like that. Okay.
Cup is awfully loose. Huh? You use a different cup? Bigger one?
Oh yeah.
This thing can have a cup.
Looks like we had the wrong one of these shoes on here. This shoe, hold on, you'll know you have the right one because it fits pretty nice here. It doesn't, show me, get me the other one. So this one fits on here very nicely, and this one's too big, and then the other one's too small, it doesn't even fit. So this one just kind of fits just nice. Okay, so that's our line. Now we've got two controls on this machine. Simply, this is an on and off switch, and just turn it on and it goes on, and then this is the release. So when you're bending it, which is the right position to be in, all the way there. So that kind of closes it. And then after the ram goes all the way out and you want to release it, you pull it that way towards the front. Okay, so how far we're going in is more an art than a science. So we know pretty much what we did is as it moves forward, this little thing will go forward, and when it hits there, is that right? It actually, it's very hard to see, but there's actually numbers there. There's a 4 there. Yeah, I think you can see the 4 a little bit. It's 5.5 is where it goes to make the house that we make. All right, so Greg, stand.
5.5 right there.
5.5 right there. Okay, good. All right, so Greg, come close. All right. All right, so what he's going to do is he's going to turn this on. What about that? Is that okay the way it is? That's going to go over there? Okay. So this end is going to slide a little bit. This end is going to come forward a little bit. And this block will stop it from coming too far forward. Is that why that block's there? Or just...
No, the block is when it curves out. It runs out.
The block really has no purpose at this point.
Go ahead. So he's going to flip this switch. Go. All right, hold it there. So this is kind of what it looks like when it's done. And he stopped when it got to that spot right there. And now the next thing he's going to do is flip this lever, and that will release. It will release it. It releases the pressure. And then the next thing we're going to do is you guys are going to take our men and we're going to release that. And we're going to walk it out and lay it down. All right. And then generally what we do is we bend up 2 of them and we take one of our insert samples and we lay it on the ground and make sure that it comes out, if it's 30 foot wide, that the legs look good. So we'll show you how to do that next. So we're going to bend up 2 of these. So we bent up the second one, and they're both over there now. And we did find this is the correct one. It's not leaking, so as you can see, this is the end that you put into the pump end. And that end that's not painted yellow is the one that goes into the cylinder. So what we want to do is we want to make this house 30 foot wide. And what's important is that with the 30 foot wide, that the legs are like straight up like this. You don't want your legs in like that. You don't want your legs in like that. So you've got 2 different things. You've got the bend on the corner there. It's a variable, and then on the top you've got the bend. So you've got to kind of play around with it a little bit. It is an art. So what we've done is we've taken, to make the bottom, to see whether we have the ends that are going straight up, we've taken a piece of 1-inch pipe and we've taken a 21 footer and stuck another piece in the end with a swedge, and from there to that yellow mark is 30 foot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this insert, which we use as a sample. So you can see this piece we bent. This generally gives us our 30 foot, and you see the black marks on there. So we're going to slide this in each end until it hits the black mark, and we're going to lay it down. We're going to have it laying on the ground with that other piece, and then we're going to see whether the legs are straight. And if the legs aren't straight, we need to adjust something. All right, so we're going to move this in until it hits those black marks. All right, right there. Good. Stand on that so it doesn't move. All right, lay that down. All right. All right, Vince, you want to get or somebody get down on that end and put that there. We're going to make sure we're at 30 foot wide. And so, got to go that way. Got to go to you. All right, stand on. Well, that's just move the. So stand on that. Stand on that so it doesn't move, and then move that out a little bit. Yep. Move this up this way a little bit, a little more. Okay, so now what we've got is, we know it's 30 foot wide at the bottom. And now what we need to do is we need to see whether the legs are straight. That is, they're not at an angle. So that thing right there, Vince, see the angle right there? Let's put that there. And if it's slightly, no, other way, Vince, that's not.
This way?
Okay, hold on. So now what we've done is we've taken this angle thing. Now move it back the way I had it, Greg. You can see that it's off slightly. So if we look at the big picture, the leg is slightly skewed out, but not much, not a lot. And we can probably live with that. Sometimes you just want to tell the customer, hey, when we bent it up, it came out to 29.6. Let's take that angle and go down to the other end and see what it looks like. And sometimes it's hard to tell whether you're really at a right angle there or not. Yeah, that one looks pretty darn good. Looks pretty like at a right angle there. I would say that that's pretty darn good. Now, if it wasn't right, you could adjust this bend, or you can adjust the bend of the piece on top there, and that's pretty much it. And this is how the whole operation goes when we're in production mode. Looks like you've got, yeah. All right, that's all right. So right now, what we're going to be doing, we basically bend two different kinds of hoop houses. We bend with 3/4 inch pipe, a 14 foot wide, and with 1 inch pipe, 1 inch galvanized. We're just bending this up as a sample, but 1 inch galvanized pipe, 24 footers, they come out 16 foot wide. So this machine is adjustable, and we'll show you how to adjust. Right now, it's set for the 1 inch. To come out 16 foot wide. So you can turn that on. It's important to keep it level and not let it go down, otherwise it'll be kind of cockeyed. All right, and then what you're going to do, that's a beautiful hoop there, and usually you put a roller on the ground and make sure it's actually 16. If it's a little short, show them what you do. You just kind of pull it out a little bit, it's flexible enough, and if it's a little wide, you just push it in a little bit. Now we're going to set up for 3/4. Greg's going to show you.
That's fine.
Actually, I want to show you how you set up the machine for different sizes. Okay. So now what we have to do is we're using a different size pipe. That was 1 inch pipe. Now we're going to be bending 3/4 pipe, so we have to make an adjustment. So there are different adjustments here. There's a nut and and holes.
Right.
So he's going to show you how to do this.
Okay.
Let me get out of the sunlight here. All right, so what does that say on it, Greg?
3/4.
It says 3/4 pipe. And what does it say?
21 footers, 14 foot wide.
Hole 4. So what that means is if you look over here, this is hole 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we're going to move this whole thing, and when we move this handle, what that does is make that wheel move in and out. Just go. go in and out a little bit. See how that adjusts it? So it adjusts it for different size pipe and for different radius of bends. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put this into hole 4.
Okay.
All right, and then we have this little piece, and it fits right in there like that. So when it's actually, hold on, let me show you exactly where it goes. So it touches here, here, or here, Greg?
Yeah, down the bottom.
Down the bottom. So there's a bottom, there's 2 lips. It doesn't go up there, it goes down there. Okay. So we're going to open that up a little bit until this thing fits right in here. All right, and there a little bit more maybe. All right, right? Is that right? Mm-hmm. All right, so that just fits right in there, and then we're going to save this. This is the one that we know. Okay. And now we should be able to just take a piece of 3/4 inch, put it in, and we know that it will come out 14 foot wide. And we don't have to, you know, play around every time, you know, and bend a sample. So let's try that, see if that works. So here's the 3/4 galvanized. We'll bend up one of these. Remember, you want to keep it level. Don't let it go down or it'll be cockeyed. Well, that didn't work too well. Well, that may be. So, right, so that first one looks like it's more like 16 foot wide, and it's not tall enough when you stand in it. So push it together. So what you would want to do is go back.
Is that 21 footer we use?
Yeah, it's a 21 footer. So, okay, good. So it's still, so what that means is we have to go back and we have to tighten it up a little bit. So the hole gets a little smaller. So for whatever reason, to make it a little bit more of a radius of a tighter radius of a bend, this wheel needs to go in a little bit. It needs to go in so it's tighter. Okay. And the way you would do that is take this nut and adjust it this way half a turn to make it go that way, and that way it will, you may have to play around with it once or twice, but when you're bending a bunch of them, that's what you get. Okay, that's it. That's all I really needed to do. So the final part of making a 30-foot wide house is we take 1-inch pipe, could be Schedule 40 or Schedule 80, and we cut it into 36-inch long pieces and mark the middle of it. And then we use this other kind of bender. Hold on, step back for a second, Greg. This is the bender. These rollers should be in the, where it says 1 inch right here. And then there's different sizes on this right here, and that should be the one that just fits right in there. Also, this one right here, this shoe is the one that fits the 1 inch. There's different size shoes. So it should be right here with this part sticking up, this bolt through here. Okay, Greg, go ahead. And bend it until it goes to where?
3.5.
So that's the 3.5 inch mark. Yeah. All right, so you kind of have to hold it in position. And then he's pushing it up. And then he uses, I can't see what you're doing here, Greg, so you got the switch? Huh? Huh? May need some more oil. If it doesn't seem to work, it may need more oil. So this is where the oil check is, right there, and you use what the hydraulic fluid. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We got it working now. Go ahead. Get it until it goes to that mark right there, that black mark. And then we pull that handle and it releases, and boom, done. And so part of the process of making our greenhouse, we need ground sleeves, which are pieces of pipe 30 inches long with a hole drilled all the way through 5 inches from the top. And then the next step is to take the hoops, each half hoop, and drill a hole so that the inserts can be attached. So the way we do this, go ahead, you can put one of them up on the, we have a drill set up, and we have here is, it should be level, and then it goes into position. So we have, well, that certainly doesn't look level. That looks like it's going up like that. So we make sure that it's level. Both the legs should be straight. All right, hold on. So the secret is to make sure that it's consistency. That is, each insert is consistently drilled with the same angle. So take one of your inserts and put it inside there. So we have these, the pipe itself is guided and goes to a certain spot. Hold on a second. How do you know how far forward the pipe goes?
We got a preset right here.
So this, how far does this go? How do we know?
Preset right here.
Okay, so we've got a black line right there.
Right there.
Right. So basically, how do we know how far this goes?
How far this one go right here?
Yeah. How do we set it up to begin with?
Oh, with the measurement. I measure everything from the last pieces that we did.
So when we were out and we laid that piece on the ground, we made sure that it was 30 foot, and we put the insert in it, and then we decided exactly where that insert goes by making marks. And then basically where you put the hole through is not, as long as you've got enough pipe inside to be able to get through it and still have plenty of on the other side of it. You don't want too close to the center, but you want close enough to. So put the pipe in, and so we have the hoop that we know goes to a certain spot, and the end of it is marked by this black mark right here. And then to make sure that this is the right level, we don't want it like this or like that. It's set so that it goes in. We know how far it goes in using these screws. We also want to make sure, go ahead, show that this is level. And we do that, we put a level on it to make sure they're nice and consistent. Perfect. All right, and now what we do is, go ahead, we just drill the hole. Make sure we have safety glasses on, and we do a 3/8 hole. And we go all the way through. And each hoop gets bent, and each insert has a hole drilled all the way through it. So this is how we bend up our 1¼ hoops. This is our bender, and we'll show you what one looks like now. This is what the end product looks like to make a 96-foot long house with 25 hoops. We need 50 of these. Each one of these is a half, a left side and a right side. So if you want to make 25 hoops, you need 50 of these halves. They're made with 1¼ we use SS40 pipe. You could probably use an SS20. The bends are nice and smooth, they're not kinked. This is what we use for purlin. These are the pieces that go along top. Usually they get 3 purlins, one down the center, one on each side. We use these kinds of couplings that you get at fence companies to join them together. We put one on one end and then we pre-drill a hole with a Tek screw. So you can see, you take the female end, you put it into that. You take a Tek screw on the end of a nut driver on the end of a drill, and you've got your purlin. And then you've got your ground sleeves. Generally, if there's 25 hoops, you need 50 ground sleeves. The ground sleeves are 2-inch galvanized. 30 inches long with a hole drilled 5 inches from the top. That end goes in the ground, this end sticks up, bolt goes through there to attach the wooden baseboard, and the hoop sits on top of it. And this is a box full of fittings used to attach the purlins to each hoop. So we have set up this table for bending. You can put the pipe, a bundle of pipe on the back of the table. You put this, each individual hoop piece, you slide it in. This is our bender right here. We have a couple of different things. There are different size shoes in the kit. You can see this shoe is for a different size pipe here. The size shoe that we use, where's that little short piece of 1¼ inch pipe that I had out here? Okay, so we're using 1¼ inch pipe. And this is a little sample piece of 1¼ inch pipe. So you want to use the right shoe. This shoe fits right in here, and it's not too big and it's not too small, it's just the right size. Then also, these wheels right here change depending upon the size of the pipe. So again, what you want to do is you want to have a little short piece of 1¼ inch pipe, and you want the one that fits right in there nice and tight. If you go with one that's too large, see how that wiggles right in there? So that would be for 2 inch or 1½ inch pipe. This is the one that fits right in there. Then where these go, you can see right here where it says 1¼ inch. So you move these further apart.
1/2 inch, 3/4, 1 inch, 1¼ inch, 1.5 inch, all the way up to 2 inch.
Right. So if you were going to bend 2 inch pipe, you take the bigger one of these, turn this so that it was bigger, and move these out to the 2 inch position. So right now we have both of this is on 1¼ inch. This is 1¼ inch. Both of these are set so they're facing inside, and then this shoe is also 1¼ inch. And the next thing we're going to do is we hook this up to the table so it doesn't move. We have this clamp situation going on here. So the clamp locks the bender to the table without interfering with the in and out movement of this. And then we have an electric power unit. And the electric power unit has a couple controls. We'll look at it, and we slide the pipe in. We'll show you how you do this, and we push it out to a certain point. We use this guide right here, and you'll see how that goes. Right now we're attaching the hose up. Interesting thing about the hose, it's got 2 separate ends. They're not really the same. So when you look at this hose, you have to make sure that the yellow end of the hose, when you hook it up, goes to the yellow pump end. If you hook this end up to here, it will leak. So you want to make sure you get yellow to yellow. If you hook it up wrong and it starts leaking, you just switch the hose around. What we're going to do here is just plug this pump into the power supply. Just 100 regular outlet. When changing the shoes for the different one, you make sure that this hole for this guide, which tells you when to stop when you're bending, you put a new shoe in here that it fits right in there with that hole, and then you put through there like that so it lines up. Put a nut and make sure that the nut clears the body both in the upper and lower part. So you wouldn't want it sticking up too high or it would catch here and break it. So it's got to go through there like that. So it moves along with it. And what we've done through trial and error is as the shoe moves forward, we go and we bend it until we get the right bend. When we go to 3.5, see that black mark right there? That gives us the correct bend so that they're all the same, each one, and it comes out when you put the 2 of them together with the same insert at 30 foot wide house. So now he's lining this up. Make sure we have the right 1¼ inch. There we go. And he's putting that through. So we have the 1¼ inch shoe, and we have the 1¼ inch rollers, and we have it lined up on the 1¼ inch holes. Now where we put it to is we've found that our standard is 5'6". So basically we want to make our bend at 5'6". So, so that you don't have to do this each time. We have a mark on the table that shows us where 5'6" is. But here we go. If you look at where that black mark is, which shows the middle of that shoe, and you can see 5'6". It's a little hard to see there on the ruler, but from the end of the pipe to the middle of that shoe is 5'6", right there. And so then we go to bend, and when we bend it, and as that ram moves forward, this ruler moves forward, and when that ruler mark gets to the body, then we know we have the right bend, and we do it consistent. And so we have it set here. These pipes underneath here are just to keep it level so it doesn't, can't go down. Okay, so we've got two controls. When you turn this thing on, it makes that move forward. And then stop. To release, you've got this little red thing. If you pull that way, that releases it. And so when you go to bend, you want it in the position facing that way. And then you turn that switch on and hold on. And that will make it move forward. And then you want it to move forward as it bends until that mark right here, the 3.5, reaches there. And that will give you the same bend. And if you do that every time, that will give you the bend. All right, go ahead and do it. We did not tighten that clamp enough. Okay, so we've retightened the clamp, and we can just continue bending if something happens, as long as you haven't gone out to 3.5. That's what I told you, that table needed to be out there. So as we bend, that leg moves that way, so we have a little guide over there so that that leg can move. And we still haven't gotten to the 3.5.
No, we have, but
on
this is different from the other one.
Okay.
These is for the inserts, the 3.5. I think this was 4.
Okay, so I'm sorry, that 3.5 was for those for the inserts, the small pieces, those pieces there, for the 3.5. So this is a different. What is this now? Did you say 4?
I think it's 4. I'm getting ready to hit. I'm already up. I'm getting ready to hit 4.
Okay. So with this bender, the proper amount to go in on this ruler is 4.5 inches. That would be a mark right about there. There's 4.5. That would be for the leg. The 3.5 is for the 1-inch pipe with the proper shoe and the proper hole and the proper one of these. Go in 3.5. So if you use that bend for the insert, and which is 3.5 with 1-inch pipe, and you use 4.5 inch for the legs, and you put the two of them together with the insert, it should come out 30 foot wide. You may have to play, as I had other video, you may have to play around a little bit. You want to make sure that your legs are straight up and down and aren't like in or out, bow-legged or going out. And that is pretty much it, how you bend your hoops.